I saw him before he ever noticed I was there. My brother Marcus, heading across the hospital parking lot with a bunch of pink roses and a balloon that said it's a girl. I had just stepped off a plane and driven straight from the airport. My wife, Sarah, 8 months pregnant with our first child, had supposedly gone into labor. Her mother had called me 2 hours earlier, frantic, insisting I get to St. Mary's right away because the baby was coming early. I rushed there as fast as I could. And then I saw Marcus, carrying gifts clearly meant for my wife. He went inside. I waited a minute, then followed him. The maternity ward was on the 3rd floor. I took the stairs, walked to the reception desk, and told the attendant, my wife just gave birth. Sarah Mitchell. She typed the name in and frowned. I don't have anyone by that name checked in. She has to be here, I insisted. I was told she went into labor this morning. The attendant checked again, then shook her head. I'm sorry, sir. Suddenly, she smiled at someone behind me. Congratulations again. Beautiful little girl. I turned. Marcus stood there, stiff as a board, looking like he'd been caught stealing. The receptionist kept talking, unaware of the tension. Your baby is adorable, she told him. My stomach dropped. What room? I asked her quietly. I can't give that information unless. He's my brother, I said. Just tell me. She lowered her voice. Room 317. I walked past Marcus without a word. Inside the room, the door half open, I heard my mother's voice. Sarah looked exhausted, cradling the baby. My mother cooed. She's perfect, Daniel. She has your eyes and his nose. I stepped inside. I tried calling, I said softly. You didn't answer. Sarah wouldn't look at me. Tell me the truth, I said. Is she mine? Of course, she whispered. Then why is Marcus here? And why did the receptionist think he was the father? Silence. My mother started crying. My father looked like he'd been punched. Sarah clutched the baby like a shield. How long? I asked. It's not about how long, she murmured. How long? I repeated. 2 years. We had been married for 3. I didn't yell. I didn't throw anything. I simply walked out. Marcus tried to say something in the hall, but I held up my hand. Don't. I left the hospital, got into my car, and drove to the nearest hotel. Then I started making calls. First, a lawyer. My wife gave birth today. The child may not be mine. I need a paternity test and divorce paperwork immediately. Second, a private investigator. I want everything you can find, messages, spending, timelines, all of it. Third, my parents. My father picked up, but I cut him off. Don't defend them. Don't tell me it's complicated. Don't ask me to forgive. If you want them in your life, that's your choice. But you don't get me as well. I hung up. 3 days later, the PI sent me everything. Messages spanning over 2 years. Hotel stays. Marcus listed as the emergency contact for her doctor visits. Photos of them together. His hand on her stomach, hers over his. A text from Marcus. Can't wait to meet our daughter. The paternity test arrived 4 days later. 0% probability. I forwarded everything to my lawyer. File for annulment on grounds of fraud. Sarah tried calling me over 200 times in a week. I blocked her number. Marcus showed up at the hotel, and security escorted him out. My mother sent a letter. I returned it unopened. 6 weeks later, at the hearing, Sarah tried to claim I knew everything, that we'd supposedly discussed and agreed to it. My lawyer laid out the evidence. The judge questioned her directly. Did your husband know about the affair? No, she whispered. Did you ever tell him the child might not be his? No. The judge annulled the marriage. No support, no assets, nothing. Marcus tried to speak to me outside the courthouse. I walked right past him. 8 months later, I live in a different state, with a new job and a new life. No contact with Sarah, Marcus, or my parents. They made their decision the moment they chose lies over loyalty. People sometimes ask if I feel guilty about the child. The answer is no. I didn't create that situation. They did. They wanted me to raise Marcus's daughter, be the convenient father while they lived their little fantasy. Instead, I walked away. They can keep each other, and they can deal with the consequences that come with the truth they tried so hard to hide. Blood may be thick, but betrayal washes it off fast. I wash mine clean.